to hsn.com, place your order, because at midnight we're kicking off more than one Today Special. I don't know how much I'm allowed to give away, but more than one Today Special is launching at midnight. You are going to want to watch until 2 a.m. Eastern. 20% off today, a single item when you apply today and buy today, or you use your HSN credit card when you use the HSN app. Here's the code, Valentine. Do you know how to use the HSN app? It's so easy. I do all my shopping on the app. Download that to your phone. You can scan that QR code and shop on the app and get 20% off. And 20% off is going to go a long way today. All right, we got to go back to the beginning.
Yes.
No chemicals, no acid, no ammonia, no fumes.
Right.
The best way to clean your drains. I swear by this product. I have lived in rental apartments. I have owned a home.
Yes.
I have traveled the world, and wherever I go, the best solution is the Drain Fast powder. This is the SuperFast Fast. This is $37.99 tonight. So if you have standing water, if you have a clogged drain, don't call the plumber, call Professor Amos. And that's why we are bringing you his #1 all-time bestseller at a sale price, 12 million sold.
Sarah, oh my goodness.
What is it doing?
It's going to work already. You didn't even finish what you were saying. It's got an accelerated formula. SuperFast Max is industry leading when it comes to opening your drain lines, but it's not a drain opener. It's a drain cleaner. Okay, you're going to get up to 36 applications with this. So it opens the drain lines, but more importantly, it cleans the drain line squeaky clean, where there's nothing sticky or oily left behind in your drains to attract a new clog. Now that foam, so what it does is it turns your hair into foam. This turns your food into foam. It breaks down all your dirt, grease, and oil into foam. We call that saponification. Remember that word, saponification. That's the dynamic wave by turning everything in the drain into foam. Now that foam breaks down into a liquid. You give it 10 minutes, then you'll run hot water for 5 minutes, and listen, the drain line comes back squeaky clean every time you do it.
All right, so here's what's happening. And this is Save for Our Hour. You're gonna learn a lot about how to unclog a drain. And a lot of this was new to me.
Yes.
So follow along and you can see why this is different from the typical drain cleaner that you buy at the grocery store or the corner pharmacy or the homes stores out there.
The typical corrosive materials that you can buy at any one of your home stores or depots to open your drain. This is it right here. It's in the red bottle, it's in the blue bottle, it's in the yellow one. And the products like these are highly corrosive. You gotta be very careful when you're using this kind of a product, because products like these contain acid, yes they do, ammonia, yes they do, and animal fats. They tell you to pour half that bottle down the drain. Here's what's happening. 90% of the chemicals, they trickle, they ooze, it all creeps past the clog. It ends up here at that curve unit. You see this curve unit is designed to hold fluids to keep odors from coming back up and permeating through your house, but the chemicals are sitting there building heats of up to 180 degrees Fahrenheit. I want you to think about this. This is important. It's cold out right now, so your drain lines are cold too. When your drain lines go from extremely cold to hot fast, they will crack. It could cost you hundreds. It could even cost you thousands. Say if you had to dig up the wall to get to that pipe, it'd be very expensive. Now, here's what's happening in your homes today. Let me explain this, okay? This is the start of all your problems. You're pouring hot fluids down the drain line, or maybe just a room temperature fluid. As soon as these fluids come in contact with a cold or cool pipe, it hardens and solidifies on you right away. Now you need a proprietary formula like our SuperFast Max, something that's gonna break it down without creating the heat index, because we don't want heat in the drain lines. It can crack them. SuperFast gets the job done by keeping the pipes cool and turning the grime into foam.
I love that, because it's really kind of amazing when you watch his demonstration. So what are we gonna do next?
Okay, I'm gonna leave test tube #2 sit for about a minute. I wanna show you that nothing's gonna happen. Come on over to test tube #3. For you at home, I wanna do it a little different right now. Count to yourself. I'm gonna apply this application. Count to yourself right now. How long does it take for this proprietary formula?
Less than 3 seconds.
I mean, that's the thing. It has an accelerated formula. That's the thing. It starts to work within 10 seconds. Within 10 minutes, the drain lines are burping and gurgling. Inevitably, you hear the suction sound when the water's going down. Was that
That
good
is
sound?
the best sound ever, especially when you're standing in someone else's bath water.
Period.
Right? Nobody wants to get in the shower if there's somebody's water standing there.
Hey, well, this is gonna break down last week's food. Sarah, last month's food, or even last year's food. It's hardened and solidified on the inside of the drain line. It's breaking it all down. My dad's Professor Amos, and he always taught me growing up, he said, son, above all things, get understanding. Work smarter, not harder. Let the product do the work so you don't have to. No need need to grab a plunger or a snake and put any kind of wear and tear on the inside of the drain line. Just let it sit. Give it 10 minutes.
Let it sit, and it works. It works every single time. I have used this in my home. I've used this as my previous rental. I've used this since the day I walked into HSN. Here's what we love to offer is really a sale price that is limited. So we're gonna count you down to a complete sellout now. There really is not enough in this configuration for another presentation. So get it home tonight. No chemical, no ammonia, no bleach. And what you're getting is everything you need. You get the 18-ounce bottle of the SuperFast Max Drain Cleaner, and you get the measuring scoop. What I love, look at all these applications here.
36.
What I love is that you're not pouring half a bottle down the drain. If you're using those, you know, typical cleaners and drain cleaners that you find at a grocery store or at your favorite big box store, you're using half a bottle each time. And then over time, you're going through a lot of bottles.
In the trash.
Exactly.
Cash in the trash.
So let's put it to work.
So you're looking at 36 applications. There's 36 times you can make an application to pour down your drain line. When you make this application, you don't have to pour the whole application down one drain. Divvy it up. So you mix one application to a cup of hot water, it's hot water activated. You can divvy it up. You could put some down the kitchen sink, some down the bathroom sink, your discretion. Or you can just pour the whole thing down, whatever kind of clog you have. Don't wait for the clog, because we have a saying here, Sarah, at HSN, you already know what it is. It's not if, it's when. You're gonna have a clog. You have hair clogs. Hair is the #1 culprit. You have food clogs, grease clogs, all kind of clogs. So let's get back to test tube number 2. Did anything happen?
Yeah, we want to give the competition some time. We really want to be fair. We're doing these demonstrations live on television.
Yes, live action.
And I know so many Americans use those typical drain cleaners that you buy at the corner grocery store.
It's so bad for you.
And they're not working.
They're not working. They're hurting your drain lines. It's hurting your homes. You know, the drain lines are the foundation of your home. Keep the drains right with our Professor Amos SuperFast Max. So what I got to tell you is, you got to know this. If you've used a product like this before from the store, they tell you don't mix chemicals. You couldn't use this yellow bottle with the blue bottle or the red bottle. You'd have a chemical reaction. We have an innovative drain cleaning method. There's no acid in our product. There's no ammonia in here. I can go right over top of those standing chemicals, and with that thick consistency, it gets through the standing water and the chemicals, and you see what's happening?
It's working now
because
you put in Professor Amos.
Right now.
And if it's good enough for all the hotels, motels, cruise lines, casinos, some of the biggest resorts
then it's great for
in the world, then it's going to be great for our homes. Because you're right, if you have a clogged drain, you have a big problem. And that could turn into a bigger problem that costs you a lot of money.
It costs you a lot of money, costs you a lot of frustration, a lot of time. You just want to call it quits all the time. When you got a clog, you're like, what am I doing in my home?
It is no fun being a homeowner, right? If you've got,
you know what I'm saying?
Because one problem can turn into another.
And then
show us what the inside of our drains really look like. Let's be real. And brace yourself at home.
Sarah, look at that, huh? Is that being real or what? This is known as the dirtiest place in your home. This is the inside of the drain line of the kitchen sink. There's over 500,000 particles of bacteria per square inch in the drain line of the kitchen sink. You gotta eliminate that, because that's a food source. Bugs and critters will just feed on that. They'll multiply daily. My goodness. I say that to say this. Take a look at this big hunk of oil byproduct right here. This represents all the hardened and solidified grime that's on the inside of the drain line. I'm talking about last year's turkey dinner, last year's macaroni and cheese, the food source that the bugs are multiplying on daily. Okay, you can pour that whole application on there. I just poured about partial application. That's what, I didn't even pour the whole cup, okay? So I mixed it, I poured that on there. There it goes. Last week's food. Last month's food, even last year's food, it's hardened and solidified. My goodness, Sarah, Miss Anderson, you won't believe how good this was.
Well, I'm already like feeling really grossed out that you said last year's food could be in my drain right now. And let's talk about what kind of things go down the drain in the kitchen and the bathroom. In the bathroom, think about all the products you use every single day. All the soap scum, all the shampoo, all the conditioners, all the things that are gummy and gooey, not to mention the hair. Every time hair goes down the drain, it's like basically creates a trap, right? And then it collects everything else that's going down the drain at the same time. Not to mention the drain that's in your kitchen sink, when you think of all the grease and all the fat and all the food debris that gets in there. Wouldn't it be nice to just also not only have running everything clean, but know that everything you do going forward, you're also going to be protecting your drains, right?
Also, you're going to be protecting your drains. Now, look at it. So you were just talking about hair, right? Hair, Sarah said it. Hair is the number number
there's
one
the visual.
culprit. Hair's the number one culprit. Every clog consists of some kind of hair, okay? Pet hair, human hair, fuzz, lint, or fur. Okay, so what's happening, Sarah just said it, the inside of your drain lines are sticky and oily. The fats, oils, and greases from the conditioners, they coat the inner walls of your drain lines. You wash your hair one time, that hair goes down in there and just clings onto the walls. Then it starts to build and build and build till there's a nest of hair that's completely choking out the inside of the drain line. I say that to say this. Take a look right here. Guess what? We have one of the only hair dissolving formulas in the country that we know of here right at HSN. If you have hair, well, I want to show you a time-lapse video. Pet hair, human hair, fuzz, lint, and fur that's on the inside of the drain line, you give this proprietary formula, SuperFast Max, you give it 10 minutes, and that hair turns into foam.
And let me tell you, all you have to do is make the mistake of giving your 55-pound Labrador a bath.
I bet, 55 pounds, that's a lot of hair.
And then I realized that was a really bad mistake, Sarah. You should have never given your dog a bath.
The drain never drains the same way again.
The drain was never the same. Thanks to Professor Amos.
Thank you, Dad.
You now have a solution. Even if you think, you know, we all have that fussy drain that you constantly have to maybe take a little extra care. This is maintenance. So you are standing in water, you have a clogged drain, don't call the plumber, call Professor Amos.
Yeah.
And actually don't call Professor Amos, call HSN. Because
Yes.
we have the best price anywhere. We have a big sale price. This is our first airing. It's already very, very popular, so I would hate for you to miss out on this one. This one is also available on auto ships. If you want to just lock this in and say, I need it, you can schedule that convenient delivery at any time. It could be every 2 months, every 3 months, every 6 months. It makes a total of 36 applications. So that might take you a long time to use. I don't need more than one bottle every year or every 6 months. It's just up to you how many toilets you have and what kind of drains you're dealing with. Is it safe for all drains?
It's safe for all drains. So thank you. I missed that. Safe for all drains. Older homes, newer homes, apartments, condos. Yes, you can use it if you live in one of those associations. It's safe for the boat tank, the RV tank, whether you have a black tank or a gray tank. Septic systems, if you have that. This proprietary formula is safe for any application. I even use it on like the drain lines for the air conditioning line. You know, we live in Florida. The drain lines on the AC gets backed up all the time. I use it on there too, and it totally opens up those drain lines. Safe for that, all those applications. Now, when it comes to SuperFast Max, watch this. There's no job too big or too small when it comes to this proprietary formula. I'm gonna pour that application into test tube number 1, our SuperFast Max. Test tube number 2, I'm gonna use this gray plumber stuff here from the home store, one of the depots. They say use half the bottle. I turned it up a notch. I'm using the whole bottle.
And you know what? It's not cheap either, that stuff.
Yeah, they're up there.
You only use half a bottle.
Yeah.
I mean, this is everything you need for less than $40.
Sarah,
is it working?
Yeah, I want to show you something. Come here real quick, Sarah.
Okay.
Feel this pipe. Feel how warm it is already.
All right.
Okay.
I'm going to move this little sign out of the way so you can actually see all this gunk.
These corrosive materials heat up you feel how warm it is already? I just poured it in there. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I can smell the fumes too.
Products like these are highly corrosive. They may contain acid or ammonia. Now, the chemicals sit in there and they coagulate and they just start building heats of up to 180 degrees Fahrenheit. When you have heat in your drain line, listen to this, things start to expand. When things expand, it starts coming back up into the tub. It starts coming back up in the sink.
No, I don't want it to come back.
You don't
I want it to go down.
You want it to go down, not back up. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, things are going down. Okay.
That's good.
You see it? Meanwhile, back at the ranch.
Yes,
you like
that? I like
it. I said that earlier, and they laughed. All right, listen. Things are going down. The drain lines are going to be squeaky clean once you run that water. You'll love those results. Now, come on over here. I want to show you one more time. If you're just tuning in, SuperFast Max. You take an application, you mix it to a cup of hot water. I have it mixed right here. You're going to pour that right down the drain. You don't have to pour the whole thing. You can divvy it up around the kitchen sink, the bathroom sink, the tub drain. There it is. About 6 ounces right there. It's about all you need. SuperFast Max is designed to open the drain line and it's going to clean that drain line by turning the hair into foam. It turns the food into foam. It breaks down all the dirt, all the grease, all the oil that's been lingering in the drain line. It turns it into foam. We call that action. Remember this word, saponification. That's the dynamic way that it works by turning everything in the drain into foam. Now the foam breaks down into liquid. You just give it 10 minutes to break everything down, and then you run hot water for up to 5 minutes. That drain line comes back squeaky clean.
It works every single time. This is something that I swear by. Even my husband, who'll look under the sink in the bathroom, he's like, we need more of that that Professor stuff.
Yeah.
And I go, yeah, honey, we do. We need more of the Professor. And he's like, yeah, we're running low. And then he gets really nervous because as any homeowner or any renter knows, you take a lot of pride in your home. You do not want a problem. Call the plumber once. And you're out the door at least $100,
$100,
right?
yeah, they call that a service call.
Just to have someone show up.
Around the holidays?
If this saves you one phone call to a plumber, it is already paid for itself. So that's why it's worth every single penny, because this is why they are the industry leader. This is why we have the #1 best-selling drain cleaner in the entire world right here at HSN. We're so lucky to have them for more than 20 years, such a big part of our network. So I swear by this. I think you will too, but I want you to take the plunge. Order yours now. When we come back, we're